Greetings to you all. Welcome to Shexa's YouTube channel. If you are new to this channel, please make sure you subscribe, you comment, you like, and you share. I want to see more likes coming for me. If you like what I am delivering to you right now, give me thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up to show that you are interested in what I am giving you, what I've been giving you, what you expect from me is good. To show that what you expect from me is good, give me thumbs up, give me positive comments, positive comments, positive comments. If you haven't subscribed, please make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel. Some of us are complaining. They are saying we cannot access your content. Please share with them. Share this the link to this content with your friends, your colleagues, your family members, and all those that you think need access to this content. So today we're going to look at Microsoft Office Word, but in general terms we are going to look at what is called word processor. And this is more of a word processing software. So Microsoft Office Word is the most popular word processor that everybody or most of us know, and that's the one that is more popular and used by a number of users. So that's why we are going to look at word processor using Microsoft Office Word. I hope today my voice or my volume is going to remain as high as possible to make sure that everybody hear what I say. Right, so we are going to have a practical lecture about a word processor. We shall have a practical lecture about word processor, and this is what we'll be looking at. By the end of this practical lecture, everybody who is following or who follows me as I deliver this lecture to you must be able to perform basic tasks in a word processor. So it's globally it's global to say whatever the word processor that you ever meet. After learning this Microsoft Office word processor, you shall be able to use any other word processor that you face in your or that you meet in your life. You shall be able to edit and format text. You shall be able to work with the tables and pictures. You shall be able to work with the language tools, editing punctuations, working with grammar, working with spellings, and so forth. So in other terms, word processors, they are specialized programs that allow you to change the look and the feel of an electronic document which is in form of text. So this is the definition of what a word processor is. I think I've tried by all means to zoom in or to maximize the font size so that everybody is capable of seeing what is on the slide. So this is the definition, which reads: a word processor is an application software which provide a way to create and edit electronic documents. So these are the functions of capabilities of a word processor. Whatever the version, whatever the type, whoever developed it, it must be able to create, to edit, to format, to save, to print textual electronic documents. So that's the purpose of a word processor. It must be capable of creating, that is from scratch. You have a blank document, you start from scratch, you create an electronic textual document, You can edit an existing textual document. You can format it, you can save it, or you can print it using this word processor or word processing tool. It's a word processing software tool. Right, so that's it for the definition. Then here are the common features of any word processor that you may face. It must have advanced formatting options. To say, if I want my text to look like this, if I want to change the size of my font, if I want to change the format of my complete document, you must have this word processor with capabilities of formatting every object that exists within your electronic document. Then the next feature is graphical user interface. You will see when we start to work with our Microsoft Office Word, which has got a very friendly graphical user interface. Then the next thing is page settings. Each and every word processor must have perfect and wonderful page settings. To say, I want borders, I want page numbers, I want whatever you want on your document, the positions of the footers, the positions of your headers, everything that you want. You must have those things within the word processor. Web capability, compatibility, which means you may present online or you may share your document online through social media platforms or any platform that you wish to share your document with. Then you have ready-made templates. By this I mean there are other users that do not want to create Word documents or electronic documents from scratch. So it's better for somebody to just choose an existing template which he or she can edit and exactly fit the area that the document is going to be used. Then we have spelling or grammar check. That's where this one is self-explanatory. So you can check the spelling, you can check the grammar, you can check anything. Then we have cut, copy, and paste. So you must be able to. These are the common features of any word processor that you may actually face. Right. So somebody might ask, why are we learning about common features? Common features, they help you in choosing the best word processing software tool to use in any application that you want to. For example, one may choose to use LibreOffice. Somebody can choose to use Microsoft Office Word. We will look at several types or existing word processing software tools that we have. And I think this is the next slide, examples of word processors. And the first one is LibreOffice Writer. We have OpenOffice Writer, iWork, Pages, WordPad, we have Lex, we have Bravo, we have TED, we have AbiWord, we have Google Docs, and finally Microsoft Word, which is the one that we are going to use in this lecture. So I advise you that if you have your laptop close to you and it's having Microsoft Office package installed in it, open Microsoft Office Word and follow what we are going to do next. But for the meantime, I will go theoretically so that you know when we start our practicals to say, what is this, what is that, what is this, what is that. So I will go slowly. Some of you were complaining that I was moving a bit fast, So I will try by all means to move as slow as possible, while also moving as fast as possible to minimize the time that we're going to spend on this lecture, because some were also complaining about data. Right, so that's it on Microsoft on word processor examples. So here we're going to use the most common one, which is Microsoft Office Word. Right, so what I will do is I will familiarize you with the user interface, where we have the tabs like we did in PowerPoint. We look at the tabs. I'm sure that you are now familiar with what we call the tabs. We have the Home tab, Insert tab, Design, Layout, References, Mailings, Review, View, and Developer. You may not have Developer tab, but since I'm an IT person, I develop applications. I may want to put some codes within my Word document. I might need a Developer tab. Some of you may not have that tab. Don't worry if you do not have that tab. We are not going to bother ourselves. I'm not going to bother you with the Developer tab. We have the Ribbon tab, where we have that area. So my slide is having diagonal image, so that you can see what I want you to see. So this image is a bit big, so if I put it horizontally, you may not see what is on this image. So the circulated area here, that's what we call the ribbon. And if you have followed my previous video on Microsoft Office PowerPoint, you might remember that this is the same interface that we have on the ribbon if you check on PowerPoint. But what differs is the commands or the buttons that we have on Microsoft Office Word ribbon. Right, so if you want to watch the previous video about Microsoft Office PowerPoint, please click on the link in the description, or you may check on the link above, suggested link above, so that you can click on it and watch previous lecture. Some were complaining to say we cannot download the video. It's so unfortunate that it's not within my control. It's being controlled by YouTube, which is under Google. So Google is the one that manages my videos. So if you want to download it and if you fail to download it, if you have access to my office, you may come and I will give you the video if I still have it on my laptop. Otherwise, I will also need to download it. If I fail to download it, then you need to watch it from YouTube website or YouTube application. So I urge you to visit this channel and use this channel to watch this. We may fail to upload this video, or we may fail to keep this this recording that is being recorded right now. We may fail to keep it online. So make sure that you follow as we go. We may fail to keep this online for later views. So please make sure that you follow. Right, so we will talk about the ribbon. Then from the ribbon we will talk about our groupings. Let me just edit this one and say groupings. Right, so we'll also talk about groupings. So the ones we have clipboard, we have font, we have paragraph, we have styles and editing. These are the groupings under Home tab. We also have groupings under Insert, Design, Layout, References, and so forth and so forth. So we want to move as fast as possible and as slow as possible to allow everybody to understand and to follow what we will be doing in this practical lecture. So I will show you. I will start by showing you what you shall expect as output. Like I said in the objective section in my slide, I have told you what you shall be able to do after this practical lecture. Now I want to show you the document that you shall be able to come up with after this practical lecture. This helps you in writing your thesis, in writing your assignments, in writing organizational documents, in documenting anything that you want to document. So I have tried to add some shapes which may not be necessary in some areas, but I have added them so that you know how to add them. And I've added some colors and changed some colors to allow you to be able to change those colors to colors of your own choice. So this is the Word document that you shall be able to come up with. It has got this. So whenever you are designing, or whenever you are typing or creating an electronic textual document, you need to observe the colors that you need to use. So be consistent with the colors, and if you are writing it for a specific organization, make sure you follow their color codes. For example, here I do have these colors which I picked from this logo that we are seeing in this document. So this is maybe I may say this is the cover page, and this is School of Engineering, Science and Technology, says Department of ICT and Electronics, and we have italicized text there which is saying Word Processing Software Practical by Shexa Martin. So I think maybe this by is not visible, so let me increase its size. Let me check if it's not affecting my other text. Yes, it's not. So right, so this by I'm going to change its color to black so that you may see it. Right, so by Shexa Martin. So this is my cover page, and below supervised by Dr. Msabayaka and Dr. Masama. So these are the people that that are supervising me in doing whatever that I'm doing. Here I just put these names so that maybe if you are being supervised in whatever that you are doing, and you want to have your supervisor's names, you may put those names on your document in that way. Right, this dissertation is submitted in partial fulfillment of requirements for the Bachelor of Science. I think here I need to delete and say for the Bachelor of Science honors degree in IT on the 17th of December 2020. Right, so that's it. You then go to the acknowledgement page. Then you can observe that there is this phrase which is saying designed by Shexa. This is what we call a watermark, and this is textual watermark. You may choose to put an image as watermark. Right, we will do our project. We will start to do this from scratch so that you see how this is actually done. Then we have our abstract on its own page, starting on its own page. Then we have our table of contents. This is an automated table of contents. And then we go to the next page where we have chapter 1 with some references. Then we have chapter 2 with 2 subheadings and some paragraphs. And then we have chapter 3 with a table and then an image. This is an image. We will just import an image into our document. And this is the complete document that you are going to design in this lecture. This document is not I'm not recommending this. This document is just used as a teaching material or as a guide to the tools that I want you to be able to use within Microsoft Office Word software. Right, so do not say this is the standard. This is not the standard. You may choose or you get the guidelines from your department or from your university or from your college or from your school. Right, so what I will start by familiarizing you with the user interface, and then after familiarizing you with the user interface, we start our new Word document project. Before we go any further, I want to thank those that have been praying for me to recover from a very strong flu that was affecting me. You can see and hear that I am now feeling well, and I've recovered fully, and I'm back with vibe. I'm back with vibe. So please listen carefully and follow as we go. Right, so I will start by this quick access toolbar. This is the quick access toolbar where we have save, undo, redo. Then we have below it we have file, where we can create a new document, where you can open, you can save the existing document, you can save this document, or you can save it to a different or to another folder. You can also print, you can share online or wherever. So let's click here. You can click you can click on new if you want to come up with if you want to create a new document. So from here, that's where you can see a blank document you can create from scratch, or you can have you can use an existing template, like I said earlier when I was talking about common features, where we have already made templates. So these are the templates. You choose your templates according to the area or field or the application that you want to apply the template. So you have these templates. You may choose that one, you may choose the one with an image, or you can choose any. So if I say new, those are the templates. If I say open, these are the recent documents that I have opened today. I was marking some documents, so these are the documents that I was marking. Then we have save. If I click on save, it will just save my document as that. But if I say save as, it will allow me to choose the folder or browse for the folder that I want to save my document to. Then I may choose to save it with a different name, maybe in the same or in the current folder. You may also print your document. Some of these things we have talked about them in PowerPoint. You may choose to share online. You may choose to export it PDF, or you may change file type, and here you may close. Right, so we are done with file. Let's now look at insert. Right, so what we will do is we will start this to do this project later, but now let's look at these tabs one by one and actually implementing or applying its functionalities or its commands in our document. So in that case, we will do a tab by tab, and after doing tab by tab, what we will do next is we start a formal project like the one that you are seeing here. So let's create a new document. So you say file. So if you don't have file, if you are using Microsoft Office 2007, you won't have a file, but you have Microsoft Office button, which works the same as a file button in this Office 2016 that I'm using. Right, so we say new, I want a blank document. So here what I am doing is I am explaining tab by tab and their functions, but we cannot go command by command. I will go through most common or commonly used commands. those that I feel that they are mostly used by those that use word processors, right? So once you open Microsoft Office Word, it will have this blinking cursor. Wherever you are having a blinking cursor, that's where you start to type. Or wherever your blinking cursor is, if you click anything on the keyboard, that character on the keyboard is going to be printed on that location where the blinking cursor is. So in this case, our blinking cursor is there. So let me open my keyboard so that you may see what I will be typing. Right, so here is my keyboard. So here is my blinking cursor. If I want to put more spaces, I will do that. If I want to delete, click on backspace. Right, so here I want to type let's just see what's in there. Chinoi University of Technology. Okay, that's fine. Let's just say Chinoi University of Technology. Right, so now if I want to highlight this, if I want to edit or format this text, I need to highlight it so that I can start to say I want to change the font family or font size, font type. Here you click here, you may choose Times New Roman. That's the one that we're going to use in this lecture. But you may choose to use any of these, maybe that one, or you may choose this one or any of these, right? So here we are going to use to apply this one. So under font, we are editing the text. It says that the type or the size or the color or the format, the way in which it's written. Maybe I may choose to have this format to say I want my Chinoi University of Technology to be of that format, or I may choose it to be of that format, and then I choose the size, maybe to say I want it to be of size 72. So you see, if I choose size 72, it's too big and it cannot fit only in one line. So what I will do is I will change the size to 24. So you see, that's Chinoi University of Technology. And then I may choose to format it that way. Maybe that way is the best way. So that's it. I choose that one. So this is under home. So these are the groups that we have under home. We have font where you edit the text to say maybe if you highlight, you change, you may bold it, or you may italize it, you may underline, you may choose how to underline it. You may choose double line underlining, or you may strike through it. You may strike through it. If you click again on underline, it will remove the underlining. Then if you choose to say this is a subscript, maybe on this case I may choose to say, for example, I've got an equation to write. Let me unstrike this, and then this one is not it's not of any structure, so we are just writing whatever we want to write. Let's say I want to say x squared. I'll just say x2, then I highlight this text, and then, oh no, I want it to be subscript. So subscript maybe I want to say let me think, hydrogen H2. Then this 2 is like that. So that's how you apply subscript. Then if I want to say x squared, you just click on x, then you put a 2, or you click on this superscript, then you say 2. So that's x squared. Then we have that. We have talked about this one. We have now if you want to maybe change the size of the text, you may do it this way. Then you increase the size like this. You increase the size. You may see here that the font size is changing. When I click this, when I click the next one, it will be reduced. So instead of putting a number here, you may choose to use this as your text is changing size dynamically like that. Then you may choose to say, I want all this to be capital letters. You click there and you select uppercase. Then everything is now in capital letters. Then if you want everything to be of lowercase, then that's what you do. So if you want to change the color of your text, you click on this A underlined with a color line, a colored line. If you click on red, your text will be of that color. Then if you click on blue, your text will be of that color. Right. So this is of type. This is graphical user interface. It's not textual. It's not written bold here. But if you hovering is more like just putting the cursor on top of the button or on top of the icon that you are seeing on your interface. So if I put my cursor on top of B, it will tell me that this is bold. You are now trying to bold the highlighted text. Right. I am getting tired. Right. I hope I'm going to finish well with you here. Right. So it will also show you a shortcut. If you click on Control B, it will bold. For example, Control and B. It's now not bolded. If I want to bold it, I can still click on Control and B. My text is now bolded. I think you can see this, right? I think I need some water here because what I'm doing here, I'm speaking at a very high volume, so I need some fuel. Right, thanks for being patient. I think I'm now better. Right, so if I want, I think we are done with text formatting. So this is text or font formatting. By font we just mean text. So it's text formatting. So we have been editing our text. So I was saying, if you highlight that, you will see that Control B. If you want to italize, it's Control I. If you want to underline, it's Control U. If you want to strike through, then you use this button. If you want a subscript, you go that way. If you want a superscript, you go that way. If you want to format the color, if you want to have some effects and typography, you use this button. And if you want to highlight it, you may use this button, and you may choose the color that you want to use on highlighting your text. So you highlight it like that, and then you choose the color. But this color might affect somebody's eyes, so let's keep it. Let's say no color. Let's put no color here. Let's put no color. Right, so that's it. We are done with text formatting or font formatting. Right, let me just say Chinoi University of Technology and put in brackets to say cut. Right, and I want it to fit in one line. I highlight it, then I reduce the size. It fits now. Then I save it. When I click on save, I want it to be saved here. Then I can save it as what? As word lecture 1. So you may choose to save it as PDF here, or you may choose to save it as plain text here, or you can choose any of these. These are the document types. So here I save it as a Word document, which is docs, then I save it there as Word document, Word lecture 1. Right, so this is my what? This is my text and it's formatted that way. But if I want more commands, or if I want these commands to be displayed in a textual format, this is graphical, now it's textual. So if I want a subscript, I will just click here. If I want a superscript, I click there. This is subscript, superscript, double strike through, and so forth. So these are all the commands that are under font. Same applies if you click on here, you will see all the commands under paragraph. If you click there, you will see all commands for the styles. Right, so on paragraph now, we cannot edit paragraphing without having a paragraph. So what we will do is I'll press enter, and then click on underline so that the text that I'm going to type from here is not italicized or bolded. Right, so what I want to do next is I want to write a paragraph, but what I want is to paste something here. So maybe I may open an existing document to say maybe this. Right, let me open this one. This document, the one that we have that I have created already. Let me just type, copy this text. So how can one copy text from one document to another? The first thing is you highlight the text that you want to copy. For example, I want to copy this whole paragraph. Then with your cursor inside the highlighted text, you right click, then you select copy. Then you minimize the document. You go to the document where you want to paste. You right click, you choose paste, one of these paste options. So if you say keep text only, it will keep text only and apply the formatting that is within the destination document. So if you say merge form, if you say keep text only, it will get only text and paste it there without affecting the format. If you say merge formatting, it will apply the formatting of the existing document where you are pasting. Then if you say keep source formatting, it will format the document the same way it was formatted in the original document. So that's what we want to do here. But no, I don't want us to do that. Let's not do that. Let's just put comment text there. You can see that this is our text, but now it's filling more than 1 pages. So what we do is we highlight it. Maybe we want to format it differently. Right, we highlight it. We want to change the color. We want it to be black. We want it to be of size 12. Right, we want it to be of font family times New Roman. It's okay. Now what we want to do is we want these lines to be just fine. So if I click here, you will see that the paragraph is now centered. If I click here, it will be aligned to the right. But if I click here, it will be justified. By justified, I mean the right side and the left side are now equal. So I have now dealt with my paragraphing tool. Right, so that's it. If you want to change maybe the font, maybe let me highlight here the color. If I want to change the background, so this is the background color, of this passage or this paragraph only. I may choose to highlight it in blue, or I may choose to highlight it in gray, or highlight it in green, or any color of my choice. Then you can see that there are some text shadows. It's because of this format. So let's remove that and remain with our normal text format. Right, you may also choose to have some borders to say I want it to be to have these borders, and maybe you may change the borders. Maybe you want the right border only, or you want bottom border, or whatever you want. Then you are done. So this one now, this icon here is used for line and paragraph spacing, right? Normally we use this one. So you can see that the space between this line and that line is affected by changing this. So if I put 3, the space between lines is changing. It's changing. So I want to apply 1.15. Right, so that's it on paragraphing, but we are not done. We are going to work with the bullets and numbering. Right, so here let's say I highlight this text, highlight only this section of my document, and I click on this one. This is the button that is used to decrease the indentation of our text. So if I keep on clicking this, let me highlight this whole paragraph and now indent it to the right. So I am moving the text from the left margin to the right, right? So I am increasing the indentation. So the indentation is this space. This space that we are leaving here is the one that we are increasing by clicking here. So you can see that the paragraph is now filling the whole page. It's now going to the next page. So I don't want it to do that. I will just keep it at 0 indents. You may see here. You may change from here as well. So it's your own. It's your choice to say I want the right and left space to be of this size. Right, I think we are done there. Let's now click here and start to put some bullets. Let's say we want to list some components or some items in our document. For instance, we want to list the number of maybe we want to list some fruits. So what we'll do is we'll say fruit, and then we'll press enter. We want to have a list, but this list is not numbered. So what we do, we put bullets. Maybe you choose the bullet that you want to apply, maybe that one, 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 or maybe that one. So if I choose that one, I will say April. Then I press enter. Then I may say banana. Then enter. Mango. Yes, this is the time for mangoes. So mango. Then what's next? We can choose. What can we choose? Another fruit. Let me say orange. Right, so these are the fruits that we have. So this is the list. This is a numbered list. So it's consisting of only bullets. So what if you want to have numbers? You may highlight this and you choose number format that you want. You may have 1, 2, 3, 4, or you may have this kind of numbering, or you may choose this kind of numbering, or you may choose any type of numbering that you like. Right, so we are done with that one. As I said, we are not going to cover we are not going to cover everything. We'll cover only the most, or the commonly used buttons or commands. So if you want to see more, you may see more here. Right. Right, so these are the styles. We'll deal with the styles later, as when we start our own project. We'll do the styles later. So let's now look at insert. On insert, you may insert a cover page. You may choose an existing cover page template, or you may remove an existing cover page from your document, or you may get more cover page templates from Microsoft Office. You may insert a blank page to say I have only one page, I want another page, like that, but I do not want to do that, so I will undo that by clicking or pressing Ctrl Z. This can also be done by clicking this button. You may also insert a page break. You will see how it works. So if you want to have a table, you just say insert, you click on insert tab, then you go there. If I click there, that's one. Right, if I click this drop down arrow, you see the boxes. If I click go down, I now have 2 rows, 3 rows, 4 rows. If I go to the right, I now have 2 columns, 3 columns, 4 columns, 5 columns. So that's how you draw a table. After that, you may choose the table style. Maybe I want this style on my table. Then you can click in and start to say heading 1, heading 2. Here I'm clicking on tab to go to the next cell or next column. Heading 2, heading 3, heading 4, heading 5. So what you do next is you now write what you want to put as data in your table cells. So I will say data 1. I'll just say data 2. You can see this format that I've selected will apply these colors to my text. Data 2, data 3, sorry. Hey, I have reduced my volume now. Oh, it happens naturally when I start to do practicals. It's so unfortunate that I may fail to read some of the comments because I'm busy with the practicals here. So bear with me, bear with me, bear with me. And then here I say data from data 5. And here I may say just row, then row 1, row 2, sorry, row 3, row 4, row 5. Right, you may enter your data in that format. If you want maybe to say I want to add a column here, you just put your cursor in between these 2 columns, and then you will have this icon popping up. Then you click on it, this plus sign. If you want to add a row, you may do the same. You click the plus sign, you add a row. So that's how we insert a table. So under insert, that's how you do it. You may click the table. You may click the table. You click here. Then you may format it. You click on layout. You may do whatever you want to do, or you may design it. You may say I want to change, I want it this way, right? Or you may change it, say no, I want to change the shading color. I want it to be this color. That's your choice. You may choose to say I want, if you see that I have white and some black colors, maybe you may choose to say I want white. If you want white, then the white text is no longer going to be visible. So you may choose any formatting of your choice. Right, so that's it on inserting a table. So you can insert a picture, right? So what happens is, let's insert a picture. So we click here, we press enter to go to the next page. So we have a blank page here. We are now on page number 2 out of 2. So we click on insert tab, then picture. You choose a picture of your choice that you want to put on a document. I may choose to put this one. This is the one that I want to insert. So that's the image. So this is too big and it needs to be rotated so that it might be clear. Right, so you may have your picture rotated like that, and if you want to change the size, what you do is you go to the top corners and then drag them down, and then if you want to change to move it, you just click on it and then you move it. Then here I want it to be a small picture, something of that sort, so that we can apply some let me increase the size a bit so that some of you may not complain about seeing this. So if you want some borders, you may apply a border of that sort, or you may apply that, or you may apply that. Frames, you may apply some frames, you may apply that. You see it's changing, so the rest is available for you to experiment. So I may choose to have it in image format. Maybe I may say no, it's too much of an egg shape, so I may apply it that way, or any way of my choice. So that's how you can insert an image and change the formatting. So you see that the moment I insert an image, a tab is added for formatting my image. So these are the commands. You may change the color, artistic effects, corrections, remove background. You may remove the background here. You may remove the background, and you may do or other. You see, I can change the background and edit my picture. So I do not want to do that, so I will go back. I will go back to this normal formatting. Right, so that's it on inserting an image. Let's rush to the next thing. You may choose pictures from online, or you may insert some shapes. For example, let's click that. You'll also see how we do it here. A shape is flexible. You may move it to existing objects. You may move it to on top of other objects that already exist. So that's how beautiful Microsoft Office Word is. You may move it here, and you may change the formatting to say I want it to be that color, or you may choose any color of your choice to say this is the color that I want, and then the lining that is surrounding my shape should be of this color. You may also change it. You see here I have green. I may choose to have let me change the weight of my lining color. Right, you can see that it's changed. Then I may choose to change the color now to red. That way it's fine. I may right click on it and add text and say here is my shape. Here is my shape. I highlight everything. I go to home. I start editing my text. I want to increase the size. I want it to be of that size. Yes, I want it to be of that format, right? And I want it to be bolded, and the size increased as well. Increase a bit, right? So that's how it's done. You can see that I'm coming up with beautiful shapes and beautiful text, just like that. So that's it on insert tab and inserting shapes. So if you want to insert some charts or what you might need to enter the data in Excel, and then you insert the chart here. Maybe if you say chart here, you see that it will ask the format, and it will ask for the data. So by doing this, it will open Excel. So in this case, we are not doing Excel, so we will not do that. If you have add-ins, you see the Excel document is opened, so we do not want to deal with Excel today. We will only deal with Word. Right, so that's it on insert. Let me check if there's something else that we need to talk about. You may insert a video from online, or you may insert a video from online. You may insert a link. Maybe you say, I want to add a link on this text. So you highlight it, you click on hyperlink, then you put the link here. Maybe the link for a YouTube channel or YouTube video. You put the link there. And just wait a bit as this browser is opening. Right, let me just choose no, opening wrong things. Right, let me open a link from YouTube. Let me just pick a link. Let me say introductory. No. Let me just pick this one. So this is the link that I'm going to paste in my Word document. So I'll paste it there. Then click OK. So when somebody clicks here, he or she will be sent to this destination. That's under links. We have comments. If you want to put a comment here, you just highlight it and then say comment. Then you put your comment. Your name is going to be inserted. It's Shexa Martin who said this comment, and then the time the comment was said. Then header and footer. So I want to remove this comment. I just click on it and then say delete comment. So you can insert a header. So what is a header? A header is just text that appear at the topmost area of the document, and the footer appears at the bottom or the floor of the document. So I may click insert and then header. I choose the type of header that I want. Maybe I want this one. So this is the header that is going to be. This object model command is not available while in current event. Okay, so I choose that one, and then I can type whatever I want to type. Maybe it's assignment 1, so I say assignment 1. Right, so this will appear in every page. You see here it's saying assignment 1 as well. Right, so if I want to insert a footer appears at the bottom. Maybe I want it to be of that text format, so I can edit the text. Double click, then you type whatever you want. I will say Shexa Martin it cut. Right, so I double click to leave the footer area. So every page we have this footer and this header, and it's more like a faint text. So on insert, I think we are done now. What we may need to do is to choose the what do you call it, the page number. So I may choose the page number to be on top, and choose the type to say it's left-sided or centered or it's right aligned or any of these formats. But I love the bottom one, which is centered. So that's the numbering that I'm going to use. that one. So page number 1 and page number 2. So I've inserted page numbers. What else? You may insert a text box, of your choice. You may click. Once you click there, you may choose to say, I'm here, I want to insert a text box. You click, you choose the text box that you want. Here is the text box. You may drag it to any position of your choice, but it's respective to the position. Like I said earlier, that wherever you are having a blinking cursor, that's where you are inserting whatever you're inserting. So here I will be inserting my text box before this picture, but this one is not affected since it's so flexible and cannot be affected by any other objects. Right, now we are done with insert. Other things you may learn through experiments. Then let's go to design. So design is here. You choose the design that you want to apply to your document. So if you choose this one, you see your text changing like that, but you may not actually see how it's changing. But if you are following, you may see the changes. You may choose color, you may choose fonts. Here are other fonts. You may choose the effects, maybe this one. You may choose to insert a watermark. Maybe you may choose that one. That's an existing watermark, an already existing watermark. You may see that it's now saying confidential behind there. So it's now saying confidential if you look closely. So that's the watermark that I've inserted. But if you want to insert a custom watermark, you may say click there, and then you choose no watermark, or you may choose a picture. Maybe select a picture of your choice from your PC. Maybe I want to have this as picture watermark for no, let me not use these pictures. Let me select the picture to use. Let me use this picture as my watermark. Then I can apply. Right, I think my document is now having that. Yes, the vehicle is there, but it's not clear. So what you may do, if you want to see it, you may choose to say wash out, then apply. You will see that the watermark is now visible. There is the image of the watermark there. So every page is going to have that picture as my watermark. Then maybe you may choose to say I want it to be scaled 100%, so it will fill the whole page if not mistaken. Right, you may play around with these settings and observe what changes you see. So if you want textual watermark, you put your textual watermark here. Shexa is the design. So you apply, and then you say I want it to be, you apply it, and you choose color. Let's just choose red so that you see it. Right, let's check. Right, Shexa is the designer, is now the watermark for our document, so it appears in the background of our document. Right, design. So page color, you may choose to change page color, so you see the whole page is now colored, is now having that as its background color. You may choose to have borders. Let's choose this one so you can see it, apply it. So that's the border. Or you may choose to say I want the width of the border to be of this size, and then apply. So here we have our border like that. So that's it for design. Then layout, you may choose to say, I want you to see what happens. So what I'm going to do is I will just copy this text here, Control-C, and then I go here and say enter, right? I paste it there. Then I say just keep text. Then I want to change the color so that it remains white. I don't want to affect some other people with eye problems here. And then I format this as, I want this one to be just text, normal, like this. And then I don't want it to be italicized, right? So what you let me remove this watermark. Let me say no watermark. Let me say, oh, no watermark. I forget that some of you might not hear what I'm saying, so the volume is being reduced automatically. Please forgive me. We then say home. We go to home and then we maximize, we justify. So you see that calculate, I want you to check this distance as we play around with the layout. So margins, if I choose this one, you see that's what they are having. If I choose that one, you see what happens. You see? So let me choose this one. Let me choose this one. See what happens. The text is now shrink and it's centered. We now have a very large space. We have more space on these margins, right? So you choose to put it back. So if we say this, you see, this is the margin that is affected, this one, but this one is not much, highly affected. So you choose that. So margin is, you choose one of your choice, right? Then orientation, that is portrait and landscape. So portrait is of this sort, so this is the one that is selected. If you want landscape, then you choose that one. You see now the horizontal side is longer than the vertical side, so that's portrait. So we want to go to, that's landscape. We want to go back to landscape. Right, you may change the size to say later legal. These are the resolutions. Then you may say I want my document to have 2 columns. So if you choose to have 2 columns, this is what is going to happen. You say 2 columns. So this is going to be that column, So what you do, what will be happening is you will be reading here, you read, and then you go up, you read, you go down. So that's it. Breaks, line breaks, and other things, we'll do these as we do our project. Then references, we apply this as we do the project. We will do this as we do the project, where we will be adding table of contents and some citations and other things. Mailings, we're not going to cover these today. On review, we are going to cover only this, to say if I want to track changes, if I delete this like this, you will see this red line. If I click on this red line, it will show me that there was deleted. And if I right click on this deleted text, it will ask me to accept the deletion or reject the deletion. If I reject, this term is going to be reverted, it's going to be retyped. But if I say accept deletion, then it's going to be removed, and that's it. Right, I think we are done with our tabs. If you want to check spelling and grammar, that's where you check spelling and grammar. And thesaurus, word count, if you want to count the number of words, number of lines, and so forth and so forth. Then smart lookup, translate language and other things, new comment and accept. If you want to accept all changes, if you want to reject all changes and other things, that's how you do it. Right, so you may change the view to say I want to read, put it into the reading mode. If you want to revert back, you may go to editing, document. If you want the grid lines, navigation pane, this is the navigation pane, and so forth. So these are the things that we have on Microsoft Office Word. So these are the most popular buttons, these are the most popular commands, these are the most popular uses of Microsoft Office Word. Right, so let me remove these things so that we remain with our Word document, which is normal. Let me just drink some water as we wait for some seconds to start our project. Please click the like button, the subscribe button, the share button. I want to see more likes coming my way. More likes coming my way. The number of likes must be more than the number of people that are watching here, because some of the people are coming in and dropping off because of the internet access and other things. So I want more likes. Get in here, you like, you comment, you share with colleagues, you subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I want to thank those who have subscribed to this channel. I hope you are not missing any video or any event that is happening on this channel. Thank you very much for liking my videos. Thank you very much for liking my comment, my content, and everything that I upload on this channel. Right, let's now look at copying this document, copying that document, that previous document. Right, so the document that we want to copy is this one. So we now know what is copy and paste. So what we will do is we are going to create a new document here. I hope this is not going to take much time. We are almost done. More likes. Subscribe, and I want to see more comments. What you want me to repeat, just say hashtag Shexa repeat, and then you say what you want me to repeat, so that I will create a special video for you anytime this year or anytime early next year. Right, so we want a new document, and you want it to be blank. So we want to have the same interface as this one. So what we want is, I want to close everything else that is open on my machine. I close that. I open this and I want to close it. Something is wrong here, it's refusing to close. So what I will do is I will open it that way. I close it. Right, here I'm just closing. As we refresh, just refresh for a few seconds, and let me close other things. Let me close applications that I'm not using. Right, so let's now start our project. We say file, then we say new, then we say new document. So this is the document. What do you have on that document? We have two shapes, this one and that one, and then the third shape is there. So what are these shapes? We just say insert, then shapes. We take the triangle, we draw it that way, then it's rotated like that. So follow what I'm doing. That's how we rotate it. We put it there on that position, then we click on it. We change the inner color. Maybe we choose that one. Then on the outer color we choose maybe that one, and then we change the weight to 6, and then we click on Control C. After clicking on it, then you say Control V to paste it, right, like that, and then we drag it to that position. Then we insert. You see we now have insert shapes here, so you may click on insert, then you choose the shape. I want a line, then you draw the line which goes to that position, then you click that one, and then you move it step by step using the directional arrows. Then you can now change the weight of this line. I want it to be 6, that, then you can click it to move it there. Then the blinking cursor is there, and then you type Chinoi University of Technology, right? You center it like that. Then if you want, maybe you may resize this. Say I want it to be of that size. Same applies. Maybe you may start by putting this line so that you align your text, right? You align your text, then you resize your shapes. Resize your shapes like that. Then maybe you can change the size of this text. Right, so what you can do, you may click on Shift where your cursor is there, then you use the directional arrows to highlight your text. Right, so you now change the format. Maybe you want that one, and then you change the size to say I want it to be 22, I want it to be 18, and then I want it to be bold, and then I want it to be with that format, and then I want my line to be moved down a bit. Then I move my line to that, then I change the color of my line. Click the line, and then you click on format, you change the color, you may choose that color, and then click upward arrow to make sure that it matches. Right, so what is this that we have? We now have those two shapes, this shape and that shape, but ours are having different colors. So let's insert another shape of our choice. Maybe we want a circle this time, so we choose to have the circle, we put it there. Maybe we want to have another shape inside, and then we say Control C, copying this same shape, and then say Control V. Now I have it, we put it there. Here we are just doing it for funny, to enjoy learning words. So you copy that as well, like we did. Then we use the directional arrows. Here we are putting the nose. Right, let's click that and position it there. Right, let's now put the mouth. We put this line like that. Right, since this line is not going to be visible, we delete it. You click the line that you want to draw, we draw it like that. Then we choose the color. We want it to be, let's choose the weight and rotate it. This is the mouth, and then we put it there. We change the color to white, so it's the mouth now. Looks like the mouth. Right, so we just leave it like that. I just wanted to show you how one can put some shapes. So we are done there. Let's copy the rest. We have an image there. So what we do next is we click on our document, the one that we are working on. Here we click here, we press enter, we insert shape, we insert picture. Then where do we get the pictures? Downloads, and then from downloads we go to images. From images, where are our pictures? Cut, where do I get cut? Here it is. Then you click on insert. Right here the image is. So we are now having the same document format. Now next we want to copy School of Engineering, Science and Technology, CEST. So we copy that, we highlight that, we say Control C, we go to the document, to our new document. We are here, we press enter, you press Control and V, then you have pasted it in the same format, right? But I've shown you how one can change color, how one can resize the text, so it doesn't matter. We are just copying now. We are now going to copy. So this one you just highlight it. Yeah, I think what is important is the next thing. You just say Control C, then you go to the document, then you say Control V. Right, so what's next? What's important is to say by Shexa. Say it's done by Shexa Martin. Right, so my phone is ringing, so I'm going to ignore it because I'm busy. Right, so what we do is we want to have all these text as capital letters or uppercase. So we highlight it and we say uppercase, and then what happens is we highlight this M, this S and M. Then to highlight these two, I highlighted S and then press and Control, and then you highlight M. So I have highlighted multiple. I may highlight B here, or I may highlight whatever I want. If I want to remove, I may just click there. So what I do is I highlight first what I want to highlight, and click on Control. I add more components to be highlighted. Then I want to increase the size of these letters, and then maybe I can highlight these and change the color. The color that I want here is this one. Right, this is the color that I want. Right, so I click on Control to remove that. Then I click on right, supervised by. this is a text that is being entered by just typing. So I just say go back there and say enter, and then type supervised by, then put the colon, then I say supervisor 1 and supervisor 2. So these are the supervisors that are working with me. So if I want, I may say I want to insert a text box. Right, so if I want, I may draw a text box of my choice. So this is the text box. Then this text box can be positioned anywhere, you see. So I want this. So this is how this text box was added, this one and that one. So we just copy the text and add this text into our text box. Copy that. So here we right click, we highlight first, we right click, copy, then we go to our document, we paste it, then we drag our text box there and put there, and then that one there. We can insert another text box. So we can insert text box here, draw, and I want it to be here. So the text here reads Bachelor of Science Honors Degree in IT on the 17th of December. So for the bachelor, so here I'm typing Bachelor of Science Honors Degree in Information Technology on the 17th. Is it 17th or 18th? I don't know. So I highlight TH there because it's a superscript. So I click there. So it's now a superscript. Some may not see this, so I'm going to change the size of that to that and change my font. So that's how we did it. You highlight it. If you want to remove it, you click on that superscript here. So here the changes according to what we click here. If you want to go subscript, you click there. If you want to deactivate it, right? So on the 17th of December 2020, you see. So if I wanted this to be centered, I click there, then I italize it, I change the size to 20, then I change the color to that as well. So that's it on this. Then I click on save. I save it. I can leave it saved as University of Technology. So this is the cover page. This is the cover page, right? So this text box is having borders. If I want, I may say I don't want any borders. I don't want any borders. Right, so I click there. On weight, I may say no outline. So I no longer have the borders, no outline. So it's now text without borders. Although I know that this text exists within a text box. This text exists within a text box, right? So if I click there, so I can move this to any position, but I don't want it to be of that sort, so I can leave it there, right? So that's it on first page. So the next page is I go there and press enter. Now the next page is about what? Acknowledgement. So I will just copy this, but now we want to work with the styles. Like I said earlier, I told you that we are going to work with the styles. So acknowledgement, this acknowledgement is going to be pasted on this page, but this acknowledgement I want it to be of type of style heading 1. So heading 1, I may right click there and then you modify. So the color of the text, I want it to be black, and I want it to be bolded. I want it to be of size 26. I want it to be of type Times New Roman, and it's heading 1. So I apply it, say OK. So it's now heading 1. And if I say click on view to have a navigation pane, click there, it will appear here normally. So this is the animation, this is the navigation pane. All my headings will start to appear there. And if I say pages, I may click the pages, I may navigate here. Results, maybe if I have the results. Right, so that's it on acknowledgement here. I now copy and paste the acknowledgements. Maybe you may type the acknowledgements by yourself to say I would like to thank. Let me just press enter and start to type my acknowledgement message here. I want it to be of size 12, right, and I want it to be italicized. I'll say I would like to thank my wife for encouraging me to keep on uploading stuff for my students to get the best out of their skills or ability. I'm just writing this from my head. So I would like to thank my wife for encouraging me to keep on uploading stuff for my students to get the best out of their skills or ability. So you may pay, instead of typing like that, let's just copy an existing acknowledgement. Then you right click here and then you copy. Then here we right click and then you paste it there. Right, so here we want it to be centered like that. We save our document. Right, so the next page we want it to be, so if you check here at the bottom, you will see that I'm now on page number 3. Right, here what do I want? Right, I will have this abstract. I will just copy it as it is, but I will just need to type here to say abstract. So I will click heading 1 and then type abstract. You will see abstract appearing in my navigation pane here. So abstract, right, and I start to type the abstract. So instead of typing, I will just copy an existing text from there. Abstract usually does not contain references, so we go there, we paste it there. Then you can format it to anything of your choice, like linked earlier. Right, from there we go to the next page where we want to insert what is called automated table of contents. So here we insert our table of contents, right? So we go to references, we click on references tab, you click on the drop down arrow on enter table of contents, you choose table of content of any one of these table of contents, and maybe let me choose this one, right? You can now see that I have acknowledgements on page number 2, abstract on page number 3, right? Let's go to the next page where I now have my chapter 1. So each chapter starts on its own page. So here I want it to be heading 1, right? I say heading, I've clicked on heading 1. Now I say chapter. Let me click on heading 1 and then say chapter 1. Then here I will copy the text, but let's say I want to insert a reference. I can say let me just copy what is there already so that we do not waste our time. So these are the people, this is the text. We have another heading here which is saying writing 2. So we want to add that to our document. So we say writing 2, but this one is heading 2 since it's under heading 1. So we highlight that, we click on heading 2. It's now formatted like that, but we may choose to format it our own way. And then we may increase the size and change the font type. We just increase it to that and then leave it that way. Let's leave it that way. Then here we may put our text. So I want to copy this text. After copying this text, I want it to be pasted there. I'm sorry if I'm reducing my volume. It's not intentional, it's happening naturally, right? So we want to insert references naturally, so automatically rather. So it's a risk 1984. So we just say insert references, then we say insert citation, then we say add new. We then say maybe it's a journal article. We say author, maybe this is the co-author, is risk. And then here it's 1984, right? And then you say okay. So you see, if I click it, it's now a field, right? Same applies to this Awifa and this 1989. Let me cut that, move then insert citation, add citation. So whenever I want to add this as a reference, I may just click that one. But if I want to add new source, I'll just click there, maybe add this one like that, then get the year on its field like that, right? Right, so since these are two, I've added it as 1, so that's how it's going to be added. So you add your references like that, then that's chapter 1 done. Then you go to chapter 2. Chapter 2, it has got these 2 subheadings like that. It has got these 2 subheadings. Right, let's go and add chapter 2 first quickly. Enter. You can see that the items have been added there. Right, so click, enter. Right, we say home, heading 1. Heading 1 is what? Chapter 2. Then you go, then we say heading 2. Heading 2 is saying what? So we just paste. We now know how to add heading of level 2. So we paste all these. We now know how to add references. So we just add all this and we paste it there. as it is. This is of size that, so it appears there, right? And let's just match, let's keep text only, let's match destination. So I want to change if I click on Control A, you see font, this font is different from that. So what I do is I click on I press on my keyboard Control A to highlight everything in my document, Control A, and then I say I want it to be of size 12, and no, I don't want to do that. I don't want everything to be of size 12. I want everything to be of type font, of font type Times New Roman, and then I want this. Then I click on Control, then I highlight another paragraph that I want to edit, right, and I change the size, and then I change this here as well, right, like that, and I have the document in that format, right, and then I go back to the other document and then select. So you see, that's how the document is. I click on Control to scroll down. Now I have chapter 3, which has got a table and an image. So a table and an image, we've seen how one can edit. So what we do is we just click here and then press enter until we get to new page, and then we say heading 1, and this is chapter 3. But now you can see that here we have an empty space, so we delete that so that we don't have that empty space. So chapter 3 is of heading that, so we insert our table, and insert our table is having that, and then we can select the formatting. If I want that one, we start typing here, like we did. I'm sure that we have covered this previously, and then you may put your data there. Right, so that's how we do it. Then if you want to insert an image, you say insert pictures, you choose an image of your choice that you want to put. If you want to add that, you insert, it's inserted there. Right, so what is important now is I want my document to be numbered. I want it to have page numbers. So what I do is I say insert, then I say page number, then I put the position, I want it to be centered there. So page numbers, I double click, now I have my page numbers. So what I do is I want, if you check on this document, it's having page number 2, page number 3, this is page number 1, chapter 1, but this is a different numbering format. So what do I do, right? If I minimize that and if I update this, you will see that update form, it's now having everything that is within my document. Now what do I want to do? What I do now is I want to number my document. It's now numbered already, but I want this to be separate from that one. So this one must be numbered in Roman numerals, and from here, from chapter 1, it must be numbered in decimal values. Right, so I click at the end of the previous section, then I go to layout, I click on breaks, then you say next page. Right, so from next page, what you do next is you say insert, and then you go to page numbers, then you go to format page numbers, you select the one that you want to apply, then you say start at number 1, then you say okay. So this is now starting at page number 1, this one is now number 2, this one is now number 3. So it's now separated. Now how do I now change this one from 3 to that? what I just do is double click on any number which exists within the first pages. Then you click on page number, then you format, then you say, you choose the one that you want. I want that one, and I want to start from number 1. Then you will see that the first page is numbered like that. If you zoom it like that, you will see that it's numbered in that format. 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 And here, chapter 1 it's changed. Chapter 2 it is changed. So that's how it's done. Let's now add the, what is this, the watermark. I think the watermark we've added it earlier. So what we do is we go to design, right? I want you to tell me how you can change. Let me just put watermark designed by Shexa. So that's it. Sorry, I've opened the wrong document. Right, this is the one that I want to put the watermark. Here I want to put custom watermark. I reduce the volume automatically, so here I can say Shexa is Shexa owns this document. Right, then apply, and let me just change color and put this one, and then auto, let me just put 48, apply. Right, so it's not appearing as my watermark. So that's it for today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for being patient and following what I was doing here. Please subscribe, like, comment, and share with colleagues. Next time we're going to look at some of you have requested that I must repeat Microsoft PowerPoint. So according to this request, I'm going to do this, and it will not take time. I will do this for you. And early next year we are going to have a number of lectures to prepare you for anything, to prepare you for the industry, to prepare you for interviews, to prepare you for practicals, to prepare you for document writing, for assignment writing, for publications, and so forth. So subscribe if you do not want to miss any of the videos that I'm going to upload on this channel. Be blessed if you have subscribed. If you haven't, be blessed because you're going to subscribe. Be blessed for everything that you're doing for me, for your support, for your encouragement messages, for your get well soon messages. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I like you, I love you. You are the best. The best will come out from you, and you will compete with the best, and you will also win. You always win. Winners subscribe, winners leave a like, winners leave positive comments. I love you. May God bless you. Enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye.